Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Yeah. Mic check, mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 2 1 2. Raymond Solis, what's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? All right. What's going on, James? San Antonio, Texas. What's going on, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? I know everybody's live streaming today. I know Mark is still live, and now I thought he was gonna give me a Saturday since he normally does on Fridays, but I'll be trying to live stream when everybody else is not, but it's hard to do sometimes. From Fort Worth, what's going on? Appreciate y'all. Now, Sheila, what's going on? I love Texas, man. I swear. One day I'm gonna move there. One day. This will probably be, I'm not sure yet, but this will probably be my last time live streaming in this room. Well, this house, period. Well, not the house, but this room. Because unfortunately, I'm going to have to take my Cowboys thing down after I finish my live stream. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm moving soon. So, when the realtor comes, when they come show the house, I don't want somebody to look at that and be like, I don't want to buy the house because everybody's not a Cowboy fan because you guys know I live in the DC, Maryland area, so you know how that goes. Worldwide Traveler, what's going on? Woodbridge in the house? That's what I'm talking about. You ain't too far away. So David Jenkins, what's going on? Always from Frederick, bro. Appreciate you coming in here. As you guys know, the guys that we got in free agency, and people always ask me what my grades were for the free agency. I say I give it a B-. I don't know if you guys follow Big Game James, but I was on his channel. Was it yesterday? I don't know. I can't see with this coronavirus, man. I can't even keep track of the days no more. It's crazy. What's going on? Oxon Hill, you up the street, bro? Up the street. But yeah, like I was saying, I was on Big Game James' channel the other day, and he was asking me what my grades were for the Cowboys as far as free agency goes, and I gave him a B-. And I gave him a B- because there's still some things that we need to address. You can't get everything in free agency, but the thing is, they did their thing. They did what they were supposed to do. They got the big beef in the middle. Because that's one thing that we kept getting gashed up the middle by teams. I mean, I know you guys remember that playoff games with the Rams when C.J. Anderson was just running all over us. So we cannot have that happen anymore. We cannot have that happen. We have to make sure that, for the life of me, we have to make sure that we're on point as far as being on defense. I'm loving this new defensive staff and what they're doing. Mike McCarthy's name is on everything right now, as you guys can see. So, as we head into the draft now, because of COVID-19, and I know you guys are probably sick of being hunkered down because I know I am too. I just ready to get back to normal life because work ain't work no more, and it sucks because money's starting to dry up everywhere, and I understand everybody is affected by this for the most part. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it was yesterday. Man, look, the days just go by, man. I just be like, ugh. But yeah, shout out to the homie Big Game James, man. Much respect to him. Of course, Eastside Herald in here. But I will say that I love all my Cowboy YouTubers, man. Much respect to all of us, man. All the hard work that everybody's putting in during this this thing. But at least we got the internet. At least we got YouTube. At least we can still watch something and enjoy something during our time of being hunkered down and things of that nature. So the draft is definitely affected by that. I mentioned to you guys before, I had so much good stuff for you, content planned for the draft this year for you guys, man, because I was gonna be there. I was gonna go to Vegas. I was gonna do the damn thing, and I had this new editing software that I was playing with that I was gonna do some different things and get some B-roll for you guys and add my B-roll with my talking. And it was just going to be a big event, man. And then Vegas would have been good because I'd never been. So, of course, I had to cancel my flight and everything. So, but with that being said, now the draft is going video. So they're basically going to video chat the draft. So all 32 teams are going to basically send in their cards via almost like I'm doing now. You see me video chatting. So we'll see how that goes. I appreciate you guys in here. I really do. I know everybody. So I wanted to reveal my mock draft to you guys. Now, I've told you guys back when Mike McCarthy first got hired that this is going to probably be my hardest mock draft to do because we don't know what this coaching staff is looking for. Now, I've been trying to keep my ear to the whistle and try to see, try to gauge what these guys are doing somewhat. But at the end of the day, it's like we really don't know. Yeah, Raymond, we were going to party. We were. Sending love from ATL. What's going on? Appreciate the love. Brian SoCal, what it do, bro? What it do? Greg English, what's going on? Craig English, I'm sorry. David Jenkins, what's going on with you? So, yeah. So, like I was saying, as we embark onto this draft, now, I'm still going to live stream. Everybody's going to live stream during that time. So, you guys better have, like, your computer. You better have your cell phone, your mate's cell phone, your buddy's cell phone, get your dog's cell phones, because everybody's going to be live streaming at the same time during this draft. So it's going to be crazy. Even though, like, everybody's hunkering down, we're still going to try to make the best of it. You know what I mean? Just to try to quell everybody's, because everybody's tripping right now. Coco, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in here. My moderator's in here. All right. 43 Flex, what up, Fred? Sheila, what's going on? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, ain't it? Coach staff is looking for corners, Excel, together. Yeah. Now, we do know that. Like, we've heard some whispers between what Al Harris was talking about with his interview. Mike Nolan kind of alluded to some of the things that they're looking for. So we know that they want ball hawks. We know they want press man. We no longer have that Tampa 2 defense, so we don't have to worry about that crap anymore. So now what we can do is we can do different things. We can open up this defense. Now, they plan on still having 4 down defensive linemen, but the back end is going to be pretty much hybrid, which makes total sense because what you have in the back end with Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch and Joe Thomas, and these are all like hybrid type linebackers. And the perfect scheme for them is not having them in a 3-4 because they're not 3-4 guys, because they're not rushing the quarterback. It's not like how you can have Von Miller and Clay Matthews and things of that nature. Those guys are like defensive linemen / linebackers. So they're big enough to rush the passer, but they're fast enough and have the agility enough to still be a linebacker and play sideline to sideline. Now, when we're talking about what our linebackers are, you look at a guy like Jalen Smith, you look at a guy like Vander Esch, those guys are not going toe-to-toe with no offensive lineman. It's not going to happen. And you should never put that guy in a situation like that. That's what you're not going to do. Great Joe, you said E2 Blue for GM? Nah, man. I don't want that headache, bro. I don't. Am I predicting a linebacker to be drafted early? No, not at all. But I do have one on my board. I'll get to him. So I'll get to him, Jeff. I got you. Trust me. You said a good thing about Jalen Hurts from her. Well, y'all should go ahead and draft him then. Because what y'all going to do with Deshaun Watson, sir? A draft advisor? Maybe. I'm not as... Now, look, we all have our things. Like, and like I tell you guys before, this appreciate you, Coco. This particular, like I said, this draft is different because we have a whole new coaching staff. What I tell you guys before about that mindset, we have to get out of that Garrett mindset and we have to slide into the mindset of Mike McCarthy and this new regime. 2020 is a new era. Now, we know they didn't start off good with COVID-19, but let's hope that when we get over this situation that things could further get better because that's what I'm looking for. Cowboys X Factor, you said you enjoyed the live stream with me and Big Game J. Yeah, man. Like, he always hits me up and stuff, because like I remember he used to watch my channel. Like, he's the type of guy. If you guys know anything about Big Game James, he's a very observant type of individual. So when I did the live stream with him last night, he saw me and was like, look, let me check this guy out. Let me see his channel, see if he knows what he's talking about, and maybe I'll put him on my channel. He hit me up on Twitter one day. And was like, hey, E2, I want to work with you. And I was like, bet. So, I appreciate the fact that other, vloggers want to work with me. I appreciate it. I'm all for it, It's a couple of guys I still want to work with, too. I am Sheepdog45. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. With the free agent signings, do you think we are set up for the draft, best player available? Yes. I do agree with that. And to answer that question, this is the reason why I gave them the B-, because they did do a good job in getting what they needed on the defensive line, because you don't want to get so many of these young guys, because defensive linemen, a lot of times they take a while to become great pass rushers. Everybody can't be an Alden Smith and just come out of the gate out of college and into the NFL and just be an effective pass rusher. Look at DeMarcus Lawrence. It took him a while to get to where he is now. Mike McCarthy is trying to win by no means necessary. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Odell Beckham Jr., what's going on? You said Mike Massage Chair McCarthy. Really? Eastside Harold, let me explain something to you, bro. You coming in here as a Texans fan, you can't talk because O'Brien, y'all got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Enough said. You can't criticize nothing on the Dallas Cowboys right now. Absolutely nothing. You guys tried to replace your number one receiver for our slot receiver in Randall Cobb. Now, granted, I love Randall Cobb. I wish he was still here, but that doesn't correlate. That doesn't make sense. So before you come in here trying to front and talk about my coach and my team, bro, worry about your damn Texans, man, because they ain't doing a goddamn thing right now. What's going on, Tamir? What it do? Tamir said, shut the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about. My E2, hey, let me tell you something, Eastside Herald. I got an E2 hive, all right? And my hive gonna come after you, and they go zap your ass up out of here. Cowboys execution, what's going on? Perry Locke, O'Brien is terrible. Yeah, he is. Hell yeah, he's terrible. Come on now. So, you're ready to get into this. So, I just wanted to just create a dynamic for you guys, and I just kind of wanted to paint a picture. And you guys already know I love painting pictures in a theoretical sense. Thomas Garrett, what's going on? Eric Sibby, what's going on? So, Cowboys, we're picking number 17 in the first. We have number 51 in the second, number 82 in the third, fourth round, number 123. We have 2 fifth-round picks. Our second one is a comp pick that we got for when we lost Cole Beasley. So the first fifth-round pick is 164th. The second one is 179th. And then we don't have a sixth-round pick because we traded that for Robert Quinn when we got him last year. So we don't have a sixth round, but we have a 7th, 231. Now, the way that I normally do my mock drafts, I try to keep them as simple as possible because we already know that every draft, there's a team that's going to go up, there's going to be a team that's go down, there's going to be some trades. So there's a lot of things, a lot of moving and shaking. So I normally do my draft board based on if every team stays at their spot. Now, we already know that that's not going to happen. So, of course, my mock draft is going to be wrong. Now, it's going to be wrong in a sense of order sometimes, but as far as who's going to pick certain players, I normally try to go the smart way by using the most common sense and saying, okay, well, this because I do a lot of studying, not just on the Cowboys, but I do it on other teams as well. So I like to see basically them do something where in terms of what fits, what they need, and again, like I said, what makes sense, because you're not going to pick a guy that you don't need. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to waste a draft pick on a guy that you don't need. Now, we already know that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be defensive heavy in this draft. And that's what my mock draft is mostly going to be about. Oh, y'all in here talking about Eastside Harold? We delusional, but it really accomplishes it. I'm telling you, what have they accomplished? I mean, they literally wasted J.J. Watt's career. James Burr, you said what's good with Jalen Hurts? So this is the thing. Now, everybody's talking about Jalen Hurts. I said I wasn't, everybody did videos on him. I wasn't going to do no video on it because I look at it like this. It's a smoke screen. And you guys are smarter than that. You already know what that deal is. You already know what the situation is with Jalen Hurts. That's literally a situation where the Dallas Cowboys or Jerry Jones went and looked at him and talked to him. And it's a smoke screen. They're trying to send a message to Dak Prescott like, look here. You need to go ahead and sign this contract because we want you to be our quarterback. You are our franchise quarterback, but just so you know, we will look at other people as well. So, I mean, it's just a smokescreen. I don't put too much variance into it. I don't put too much flavor into it. I just kind of just keep it where it is. Cajun Cowboy, what's going on? You said ain't got no life. Would you pick a receiver in the third or fourth? Yes, let me get to the draft. Let me get to it. I'm trying to where y'all up to it. All right. So let's get into it. So check my notes here. All right. So in the first round of the 2020 NFL draft, we know the Cowboys are picking 17. What's going on, Donna? You said Jalen Hurts is as good as Dink and Dak. Shut up, Eastside Harold. And you actually, can you sit there with a straight face and say that Deshaun Watson is much better than Dak Prescott? Because I look at it like this. I look at them as kind of similar players. So you talk about my quarterback, you're pretty much talking about your own. Because you look at pound for pound, neither one of them been to a Super Bowl. So what you telling me, bro? You might need to just sit this one out, all right? Until you guys get a number one receiver, sit this one out, all right? Until you guys fire O'Brien, sit this one out. What you mean, hell yes? Are you serious? Bro, you delusional as fuck. All right, so Jeremy Bramlett, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. What's going on? So check this out. Now, you said block him, E2. Nah, I want him in here for a minute because I want to see. I want him to. I want you guys to just. What I want y'all to do, as fans, y'all go ahead and talk your shit to him, and he'll exit himself. Yeah, I mean, Eastside Harold is definitely a fan of mine. Obviously, because when I do a live stream, he's normally the first motherfucker in here. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. I got you, Dre. Anyway, Eastside Harold, let me get to it. So, in the first round, so a lot of people were talking about, I've seen some mock drafts from talking heads, mind you, some people that like should know football better than me, right? Say stupid stuff like, "Oh, well, they're gonna get a wide receiver in the first round." You actually think CeeDee Lamb is gonna be there at 17? Hell no. First of all, CeeDee Lamb ain't getting past the 49ers. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he's not getting past the 49ers. Dallas Cowboy fan 1980 with a super chat. What's going on, brother? What's up, big dog? I was just on your channel too. Yeah, no, 1980. I was telling you, I'll probably be back up there in Dallas for a game. So when I come through, man, we can do a stream together in person. Of course, after all this Corona stuff, I hope it's done by then. But we'll see. Yes. So here we are. So number 17, no wide receiver, not messing with it. People said Judy's going to the Raiders. The Raiders getting Judy. 49ers are getting a CeeDee Lamb because I'm going by what makes sense. I don't want AJ Epinesa because AJ Epinesa he's a little slow. He's okay, but he's a little slow. And I need my defensive lineman to be fast off the ball. So who I got at number 17 is safety Xavier McKinney from Alabama. That's who I have for number 17. And I'm gonna explain why. Now, I thought the Cowboys would go get C.J. Henderson, but the Falcons are picking right before the Dallas Cowboys at 16. So again, my mock draft is based on they don't know what the hell they talking about, James. Now, like I told you guys in the beginning, I based my mock draft on if nobody moves. So the Falcons are picking right before the Dallas Cowboys at 16. They're more than likely going to get C.J. Henderson, but right before the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to break our hearts. They're going to get C.J. Henderson because they lost Desmond Trufant, and because Desmond Trufant is not there, they need another guy to get him. So my next pick will be Xavier McKinney for our first round draft pick. He's a versatile safety. He's almost like he's a Barry Church with a but a more dynamic version of Barry Church. Because remember when we had Barry Church was solid. You know, he can help with the linebackers and come up in the box and play in the box. So with him being versatile, he could come up and play in the box and help the linebackers. And he can also be that hard-hitting safety that you need. And again, he's the best safety in the draft. So you'd be stupid not to get him. First of all, Chase is going number 2 with the Kinlaw is probably going number 10 or 11. He's going to be gone. So Chase is going to the Redskins, and I believe that the Lions might get Jeff Okudah because Jeff Okudah is not making it out of number 10 spot. It's not going to happen. Now, I was always looking at some other teams too in this draft. Some of them are more than likely probably going to get offensive linemen. So a lot of these top offensive linemen are going to go in the top 20. Y'all got to come down here to Philly. Let's represent the link. Look, I appreciate it, man, but you already know how Lincoln Financial is, man. It's rough up there, man. I'm only 2 hours away from it, but I'm telling you, like, I ain't trying to kick nobody ass and go to jail, man, because you already know how them Eagle fans, man. What up, Frank? Go Mob. Go Mob. Thanks for the 4 or 5 OTs. Yep, 4 or 5 offensive attack definitely going in the top 20. E2, I believe McKinney can be taken in the mid-20s if the Cowboys were to trade down to add for extra second round third. But see, that's the thing, James. You really don't have to move at 17. There's so much talent in the first round. And I kind of want to I'd rather them stick at that 17 spot because there is I think there's 4 or 5 players that the Cowboys are looking at in the first round. And that's including, I guess, a wide receiver. But the only wide receiver that I would accept in the first round would be CeeDee Lamb. But CeeDee Lamb ain't making it past the 49ers because the 49ers lost Emmanuel Sanders. So they're going to need a guy that's dynamic to take that spot. So you already know what it is. So that's the reason why they got what they did in free agency. Now, I heard somebody mention Eli Apple. Now, Eli Apple, whatever reason, his contract didn't go through with the Raiders, so he's still available at this point unless somebody signed him and I didn't know about it. But I don't know if the Cowboys like Eli Apple. I know Eli Apple's mom and Ezekiel Elliott's mom are like best friends. So, and because, Eli and Zeke went to Ohio State together. So, but it is what it is. Now, no disrespect to Eli Apple, but Eli Apple's mom, I know. Annie Apple? I don't know if y'all follow her on social media, but woo! No disrespect to him, but she's definitely young enough to be my boo. Sorry, let me stop. So what up, YouTube? What's up, Gregory? Vintage Cowboy fan. What's going on? Cowboys AJ. Oh, so yeah. Bryce is gonna fall because of his injury and stuff like that. No, Eli Apple, his contract didn't go through with the Raiders. So for whatever happened, they didn't sign him. So he's not there. Coco, you said wow. I'm just playing. I wonder how they would broadcast the draft. You weren't in the chat when I talked about it, Dre, but what they're going to do is they're going to basically do it like how I'm doing now, not like a live stream, but it's going to be like a video type of chat where like each team will send in their cards via video. So we'll still get to watch the Cowboys in their war room, but we'll just like how we normally watch it through the screen. We'll just, instead of them actually being there at the draft, they're going to be in their war room sitting. What do you want, Coco? You all right? What's wrong? Your food is over there. Go get your food. Go get your food. Nah, definitely not trade up for Lamb because you need DBs, and there's plenty of DBs in that first round. That's why I said Xavier McKinney is going to go in the first round. You said they'll Skype it? Yeah, more than likely. Ain't nobody trading up for no receiver. That's not going to happen. All right, so what I have for number 2. So the Cowboys in the second round. And again, this is all I don't want Delpit. I did before, but McKinney's much better than Delpit. And I see the Raiders getting him after us because the Raiders got 2 first-round picks this year. All right, for number 2, the Cowboys are picking in the second round. They're picking at number 51. So who I have for number 51 is defensive end Julian Okwara out of Notre Dame. Let me know what you guys think about him. Julian Okwara out of Notre Dame, 6'4", 252 pounds, 34-inch arms, 10.25-inch hands. In 2019, he had 18 tackles, 4 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. I like Julian Okwara right there at in the second round. Definitely a guy that I would he's not the greatest pick for at that spot, but I think that in the second round, I think that he'd be good for this defense because again, with Aldon Smith and stuff like that, he'll be able to rotate with these guys. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, did you just come in the chat? I already said Xavier McKinney for the first round. And third round. So in the third round, pick number 82. Now, I heard somebody say his name already. But I'm pretty sure he's going to slide probably to the third because of the simple fact that he had an ankle injury and he had surgery and stuff like that. He didn't play most of the season last year. I don't think he played any last year. But my pick for the third round and number 82 pick is cornerback Bryce Hall out of Virginia. He didn't play really in 2019 because of his surgery and his injury. But in 2018, he had 22 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. So I like Bryce. I like Bryce Hall. He's 6'1", 202, 32.25-inch arms, 9 to 5-inch hands. Like I said, he had that injury, so I think that he'd be a steal in the first round. I mean, the third round because he probably would have been. Like a high second round pick if he wasn't injured, because you would have had to look at his 2019 stats and stuff like that. But he's definitely he has good ball awareness though. I really like him. It's your boy D White. What's going on? Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. You say you would pick up a defensive end if we don't do anything for you to acquire. Cornerback. Yeah, I wanted us to actually get a defensive end in free agency too. That way, if you were to get Julian Okwara in the second round, that defensive end, it would actually help. But we did solidify the inside of the line, but you definitely need a starter on that outside as well. We don't know what Aldon Smith is going to do. We don't know how much of an impact he's going to be, but at this point, we just gotta be humble about it and just do the best that we can. Yeah, Bryce Hall, he's definitely a ball hawk. That awareness he's got good awareness. I was watching some tape on him. I really like him. He would definitely be a steal in the third round. And by me using my brain, I figured he would drop to the third round because of that ankle injury. And a lot of people Dallas Cowboys have a tendency to get guys that had injuries and end up having to play well. Kevin Carr Jr., what's going on, man? Do you think we are going to pick Randy Gregory? See, this is the thing. Everybody's talking about Randy Gregory like he's on the team. We don't even know. Did he even get reinstated yet? Like, he's not on the team yet. So I can't even think about Randy Gregory until I hear that he is actually on the team. And I'm not hedging my bet on the fact that Randy Gregory is a player on the Dallas Cowboys because he's not on the team right now. So I'm moving on as business as usual without him until I hear that he's actually on the team. Yeah, in the second round, I did go defensive end, Julian Okwara. That was who my pick was in the second. People are sleeping on safety Antoine Winfield. Yeah, they are. Do I think Dez will really be back? I don't know. That could be another smoke screen too. My whole thing is, where the hell is Dez going to fit? Where is Dez going to fit, guys? Where is Dez going to fit? Tell me where he's going to fit at. Because, again, your fourth receiver has to be a special team. When Dez Bryant first came in the league, they tried to put him on punt and kick returns. What happened? He broke his ankle. You don't want to do that. I just explained about Randy Gregory. I said that if he's not on the team right now. So until he's on the team, there's nothing really to talk about. He's not here. I don't even know if he got reinstated yet. So because of the simple fact, Dez don't play slot. He's not a slot receiver. He's not a special teamer. He plays the X. He's an outside guy. So where's he going to go? And you're not going to move Gallup to the slot and put him in a spot. You're not going to do that. So what the hell are you going to do? Now, if it were me, I would get Tavon Austin back and have him, just a backup slot guy, and then you can still use him for special teams and then still go draft you a guy. I got a wide receiver in the draft, so just be calm. Coco, thank you for the super chat. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. I love the little super chat stickers. Those are cute. I like them. Randy Gregory and Alden Smith both have reinstated first. Okay, well, that's the thing. Randy Gregory is actually not on the team yet. So I don't until they make the official announcement, I can't really speak on it just yet. Now, Gregory, Dez did say, he tried to say, I'm not going to cry for the ball. I'm going to be up all my teammates. Now, Cooper and Gallup want him on the team, so I don't know. I really don't know. I can't really speak on the Dez thing because I don't know if it'll happen. Now, I've always loved Dez. I did. But realistically, where does he fit? Does he fit on this team? Nobody knows. I don't know. Do you know? Because I don't know. The reason why you like Grant Delpit is he's a leadership. He's a field general. I agree with that. But his tackling, though, I don't know if it was because of his past injury, but that's why I picked Xavier McKinney over him because he's still a better all-around player. He's a versatile guy. And Dallas Cowboys need that in the backfield because, again, you're going to lose some of your corners next year. So you're going to need corners, safeties. Pick up whatever you can. What up, Sam, man? Shout out to you, brother. Hope you like the Cowboys are doing the free agency. I did. I like what they did. They did what they were supposed to do. You said you think Jerry's going to force Dez on McCarthy. He let him have all he wants, but on one condition, bring Dez back. I mean, that's possible. That's possible. E2, what about that boy from LSU, defensive end? Which one are you talking about? I think he might go before us, though. I think I know you're talking about. All right, so fourth round. I got pick 123. I got wide receiver KJ Hill out of Ohio State for my fourth round pick. Now, I think this is a perfect pick for Dallas Cowboys. If he's right there in the fourth round for you, KJ Hill, great. He will be a great addition to this team in that slot. You can slide him in right behind Gallup, and you can get some production out of him. Now, KJ Hill, he's 6 foot, 196 pounds, 29-inch arms, 9.25-inch hands. He ran a 4.6 in a 40-yard dash. His senior year, he had 57 passes, 636 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So pretty good production for him. Yeah, he's a dog. He's definitely a dog. And I like gritty wide receivers like that. And I think having him is going to be good for this offense. Now, CeeDee Lamb is great, but you're not going to be able to get him unless you move up. And you're not moving up for a wide receiver in the first round. That's the dumbest shit you can do because you need back end guys. You need corners. You need safeties. You need defense. You need defense. So, again, if KJ Hill is right there in the fourth round, snatch his ass the hell up. Now, I did have an honorable mention for the fourth round, just in case KJ Hill's not there. Let me know what you guys think about him. I was kind of looking at him. He's a raw guy, but I like him because he's big. He's solid. Defensive tackle, Leaky Fotu out of Utah. He's my honorable mention for the fourth round. He's a great run-stopping defensive tackle. Big boy. 6'5", 335 pounds. Now, this dude right here, when you see him get off the bus. I think he's Hawaiian or Samoan or whatever. He's got that Troy Polamalu hair. Big dude. You see him get off the bus, it's like, oh, shit. You know, if you guys ever played organized football in your youth, you know when you see the other team and you see they got a big dude getting off the bus and you're like, oh, shit, they're going to whoop our ass. That's the type of dude that when he get off the bus, it's like, out of Utah. Now, I do like him. He's a great run stopper. He's not a good in passing downs. And I think for him, he's really only a first and second down guy because, again, most teams pass on third and fourth down. So you kind of can only use him in first and second round. But if you have a good defensive line coach, he can probably coach him up to be even better than what he is. You say he goes to your school? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so, I do like Leaky Fotu. So, again, he was my honorable mention for the fourth round. But if KJ Hill is there, that is who you get. Now, for our first fifth round pick 164, I got defensive lineman Khalil Davis out of Nebraska. Again, because we need these defensive guys. I don't know how much more I can address that. Khalil Davis, 6'1", 308 pounds, 31 and a half inch arms, 9 3/4 inch hands. He had 44 tackles and 8 sacks in his senior year. Now, this is the thing. You need defensive linemen because we don't know how good Alden Smith is going to be. We don't know. We really don't know. You draft some of these younger guys, it's going to help. Now, we still got Joe Jackson. Let's see what he can do. They still got Jalen Jelks, too, on the practice squad. So, you know, you get all these guys in training camp to just come together and just see who could crack this roster. And because, again, competition creates a dynamic for a player to want to play harder. And because, again, when a player knows that there's somebody else that wants to take his spot on that field, you got to sit. You ain't. Of course, you're gonna play harder. You're gonna do that naturally. You said them Davis brothers look good at the combine. They kind of remind me of Malik Collins. Yes. Yeah, God, you took the damn words right out of my mouth. I was getting to that. Yeah, Khalil Davis does remind me of a younger Malik Collins. He really does. But I think he might be a little better though. You think we need a surprise center for the loss of Frederick? I think that what they're going to do with that center position, you got Looney, you got Connor McGovern, and they're going to get some guys that are undrafted. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, some of these undrafted offensive linemen end up being good in the NFL. Look at Ron Leary. Look at what Ron Leary did. You know, some of these undrafted guys are not bad. They're not bad. So that's just how I feel about it. Trip Michelle, what's going on? Eastside Harold, shut up, man. Rex Ryan was not right about him. And first of all, I know you're a black dude, so why would you agree to that? So you okay with him calling him a turd? I don't give a damn what fan of what team you are, but that's wrong in general. So for you to agree with that, you should just go ahead and exit yourself out my damn chat right now because that's so fucking disrespectful. Don't ever come in here and say that shit again. You understand me? Ever. I'm not playing. Who the hell is this superstar status? Can somebody get this crap out of my? Okay, so for our second, fifth round pick for number 179, that's our comp pick. Now remember, guys, ain't nobody sensitive, bro. Listen, did you even listen to what the fuck I just said? That was actually a racist comment that he made about Cooper. So who's being sensitive? So cut the shit. It ain't got nothing to do with him being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Because if that would have been said about any other black player in this league, I would have said the same goddamn thing, no matter what team they played for. So cut that out. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Victor, Victor, that shit was racist as hell. You gonna call him a turd? Really? Come on, bro. You out of anybody should understand that, Eastside Harold. Come on, dog. Y'all think I'm playing out here, bro? I don't play that mess. I don't. Anyway, like I was saying, so for our fifth round comp pick, that's the pick that we got for Cole Beasley. Because he actually played well with the Buffalo Bills. For that comp pick, this is going to be another hybrid guy. And I don't know if you guys were thinking of the same thing, but because I think I heard somebody in the chat talking about him. He's basically saying, so linebacker, hybrid safety, Tanner Muse out of Clemson. I like this guy because he provides really good special teams play. Now, we pretty much signed all of our linebackers back. Yeah, that shit is foolish. But yeah, so like I said, linebacker, safety, Tanner Muse out of Clemson. He provides some good special teams value for you at that comp pick. So again, if that's where we stay, I think that he'd be a good pick right there. He reminds me of Leighton Vander Esch, but just not as good. Because he can, like I said, he can play linebacker, he can play safety, he can play both positions. He's pretty much Xavier McKinney, but on the linebacker side. Did I have some? Okay, yeah. So he's 6'2", 230 pounds, 31 and a half inch arms, 9-inch hands. He ran a 4.41 in the 40, so not bad. Like I said, hybrid linebacker, safety type of guy. He had in his career, he had 237 tackles, 15 PBUs, pass breakups, and he had 4 sacks. So yeah, pretty fast. Now again, it was you called out Tanner. Yeah, okay, Darren. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that's who I'm looking at. That's who I'm looking at. I think that he'd be a good pick right there. Rex Ryan called Cooper a turd, as in you said, as in a shit player or a shit block. Yeah, pretty much, Trent. So as you guys know, and if you were, I don't know if you got, everybody wasn't in on the beginning of the chat. What's going on, Mario Sanchez? We don't have a 6th round pick because we traded that away for Robert Quinn when we got him last year. Got Robert Quinn and Randall Cobb are the two guys that I'm sad that we lost because Robert Quinn provided so much production for you on the other side of that line opposite of D-Law that like you literally have to now find somebody. You just literally had to find somebody to fill that void, and that's how I feel about it. Now, in the 7th round, So I know a lot of people at this point in the draft, people oftentimes tune out in the 7th round, but here we are. So at pick number 231 in the 7th round, offensive lineman Justin Herron out of Wake Forest. That's who I got for my 7th round pick. He's 6'4", 308 pounds. He has 33 and a half inch arms, 8 7/8 hand. And of course, his 40-yard time don't matter because he's offensive lineman. You know, that was stupid. It was like 5 seconds, 5.26 in the 40-yard dash. But again, you don't. It's not Travis Frederick. He's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. He's not offensive lineman for the most part, unless you just got a hybrid type of offensive line. Like, you don't expect them to be runners. That's just not what they are. Now, he definitely be a project guy for the Cowboys. Definitely has a lot of heart. He's actually out of Potomac, Maryland, so he's from this area where I am, and he just I think that he'd be a good guy to at least compete for the job. Now, I already know what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do in offensive lineman. So if they don't draft him or anybody else, they're going to get somebody else undrafted. So don't fret if they don't draft an offensive lineman. Just understand, guys, that a lot of these undrafted guys that they get pretty much are productive. I mentioned Ron Leary. These guys can be productive, because offensive linemen are always not thought about. People forget about offensive linemen. Unless you're just really, really good, you're not really drafted high. And, this draft has the way the offensive linemen in the draft are, it's like once you get all the ones out of the way in the first round, it's really not many ones worth drafting after that in the mid-level rounds. Because if you're going to get one, you either get it in the first or you get it in the 7th. That's it. That's pretty much what you do. So, yeah. You said Cooper's misunderstood like hell. Bruh, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. He's definitely misunderstood. So everybody always tries to say what he's thinking or what they think he's thinking. Cooper is, and I follow him on Instagram. He's really a humble, he's a chill dude. Like, he has one of those faces that just looks like he's sad. I got a face that looks like I'm sad. If y'all ever notice, if y'all ever see me in person, if I'm just like chilling and I'm not saying anything, people always ask me, "Oh, E2, what's wrong?" Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm chilling. I have a face like Amari Cooper has. It's like you just have a face where it's just what they call it, a resting bitch face. Like, some people have angry looking faces when they're chilling. Some people have sad looking faces. And I'm one of those people. Amari Cooper has one of those looks where he just looks sad. He just looks like he's not into it. That doesn't mean he's not into it unless you talk to somebody and have a conversation with them and you see and actually tell you what their mood is. Don't sit there and freaking just guess what it is, because that's dumb. You make yourself look like a clown. I love Amari Cooper. I love what he's done for this team. Now, you guys, and when these talking heads talk about players and stuff like that, and you gotta understand, when Rex Ryan was talking that shit, there's nothing to talk about right now. There's coronavirus going on, and there's nobody playing. So because there's nobody playing, there's nothing going on. There's nothing to talk about. All we hear over and over again is Tom Brady went to we already know he went to the damn Bucks. We know. But there's nothing to talk about. So they're just going to keep wearing that shit out, just talking about it over and over and over again. So, quiet, laid back, not a diva. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you want in your guys, man. So, yeah, Trent, you know what I'm talking about. And see, that's the thing. Like, unless you, and stop assuming stupid shit. Like, I hate that. I hate when people do that. Stop assuming dumb stuff. Because when you're evaluating things, and I hope that and Rex Ryan should be he should be ashamed of himself. First of all, you've been a coach for 2 different teams. So you don't, as that type of public figure, you don't talk like that. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm a nobody. And I don't even talk about people like that. You would never hear me say out of my mouth anything about a player like that. That is so disrespectful, it's racist, and it's uncalled for. Period. Yeah, he's a dog. He is. Right, Cajun Cowboy. What else is there to talk about but the Dallas Cowboys? Because that's all anybody is able to do right now. Because what does Dallas Cowboys bring you? Ratings and money, right? I already finished all the rounds. Did you just get here? Damn, you missed the whole thing. You got to go back and look at it again. So I'll go back and do a recap of in a second when I finish. As soon as I finish this statement, just for you, I'll go back and I'll go back to the list real quick. No, Jalen Hurts, no. I said in the beginning of the chat that like that was just a smoke screen. That was basically just to tell Dak like, hey, sign that franchise tag because just so you know, we like you as our starting quarterback, but just so you know, we will look at somebody else too. You just need the top 3 rounds. Okay, so for the first draft pick, I got safety Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. Second round, I got defensive end Julian Okwara out of Notre Dame. In the third, I got cornerback Bryce Hall out of Virginia. Dave Moore, appreciate you. Now, this is the thing about being like, I believe, and I got enough confidence in myself because I do my research. I pay attention. I don't just know about the Dallas Cowboys. I pay attention to the league as well. So I think that I would be a real good analyst. I think that I would be really good on one of those little talk shows. But here's the thing, and I got a degree in this too, so that helps as well. I can go behind the cameras, in front of it. I'm well versed. But yeah, and the reason why I picked him in the third is because he got injured, lunatic. And I think that he'll drop to the third. That's why I got him in the third. Definitely has good upside. I picked a lot of sleeper guys, and I picked a lot of guys that are what Jason Garrett used to call the right kind of guys. Guys that are slept on, guys that have good upside, guys that have leadership abilities, because that's what you're going to need on this team. And I think that with this new coaching staff that we have, it's no nonsense right now. So they're not playing no games. But like I said, I think I would be good for one of those talk shows because, like I said, I do my research and I pay attention. And I'm not going to sit here and say no bullshit out of my mouth. Now, I think that on some of those, though, and I have to, and because I know some of these guys ain't that stupid, I think that they're paid to say stupid stuff out of their mouth sometimes. And I don't know why. But I guess one thing I learned being a YouTuber, that like people are simple. I'm a type of guy that like, I put a lot of effort in my channel. I provide you guys with content. I do research. I take notes on a lot of things. And then I go and watch these mukbang videos of people just smacking and eating, which to me, and I don't like to ish on nobody's channels, but like I look at it as like it's no substance. But these people got like 100,000 subscribers and 1 million subscribers, and I got 5,000. And I'm just like, wow, I do all this hard work, and I look at my numbers, and I'm like, damn. And I look at their numbers, and I'm like, they're not even talking in the video. They just come on there and just, oh my God, so good. So all that tells me, I appreciate you, comedian Victor Baker. All that tells me is that we're just simple people. Like we don't. Yeah, ill Trent. Like if you watch them people on YouTube, man, when they doing the mukbangs, just disgusting, man. They just got sauce dripping everywhere and stuff, and we just sitting here looking at it like that is fascinating. Oh my God! And while I'm sitting back here taking notes and shit and providing good content, and I'm sitting here like, ain't nobody watching my shit. Ain't nobody watching. Ain't no. And what do I have to do? Do I got to start eating on camera too? Well, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm about to crack some crab legs on my knees or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. What y'all want me to do? Just buffoonery. Exactly. Buffoonery gets attention. I was talking to Mark Holmes about that too, like last season. I was just like, bruh, we sit here and do all this work and all this prep for our channel and literally stand up at night trying to provide the best content for you guys. And then you see stuff like that, you like, God to the damn. You said, you know, some of the video, the turtle farts and gets 1 million views. That's crazy. That's just West Virginia Country Boy, appreciate you, man. You always get a positive comments. I appreciate you. Fly by night fans, people will watch trash in the sake of cinema. Yeah. And yeah, mumble rappers too. Yeah, frat, the mumble rappers, they be out there. I'm like, what you say? Buffoonery and attacking the Cowboys always get. Yeah, and see, they need ratings because they not making no money right now because it ain't nothing to talk about. The only thing to talk about is this: Dak Prescott contract. Because where did that Amari Cooper crap come from anyway? Where did it come from? Like, there's not anything else you can talk about. Of course, I talk about Dallas Cowboys, but I don't get paid by the Dallas Cowboys. I do this for the love of it. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, I don't even have enough subscribers to, like, even touch with the big dogs or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate what I have. And I'm not going to lie. Like, you guys have been down for me, and I appreciate it. Always. You said Mark's YouTube is his whole life now. It is. I love Mark Holmes to death, man, but he be getting on my nerves sometimes. I'll be like, bro, I want a live stream, but you on right now. Every time I go, I can't get on the schedule. I really can't because it's like I be trying to like because I don't like to get on when other certain Cowboy YouTubers are on because again, I be seeing like 500 people in their chat and like I've never had more than 145 in my chat, and that was on a good day. That was because I was probably doing something with somebody else, or it was probably draft time. But you know, it is what it is. Mark needs more cameras like the Truman Show. Yeah, Mark don't need any more cameras. Mark got enough technology going on over there. He can't do all that by himself. You said midday slots are open. Let's just hope that like this whole COVID-19 stuff goes away soon. And you know, I pray for each one of you guys each and every day, all of my subscribers, because again, you know, we're all human at the end of the day, you know, no matter what race, culture, whatever we come from, you know what I'm saying? Like wherever country, state, region, wherever we're at, man, like you like we got to show love. We got to show the positivity to each other, man, because this hate is ridiculous. It's too much going on. And I just look at it like this. You said CJ Henderson, Michael Deborah. Darren, I know you probably didn't hear me when I said that. I said that in the beginning of the chat. I basically said that I had CJ Henderson at first for pick 17, but then I thought that the Falcons were going to get him because they lost Desmond Trufant. And they picked right before us. So Henderson's gone. But Xavier McKinney, if he's there, that is the next logical pick to work. And you got to keep it up. And you got to keep doing it. And I appreciate that. Aquilas, appreciate it. Lamb, Judy, and Kinlaw are going to be gone. Lamb is probably going to the 49ers. Judy is more than likely going to the Raiders. And Kinlaw is more than likely not going to make it out of the top 10. Those are the reasons why I did not pick those three individuals at all. Because, again, I'm not picking a wide receiver in the first round unless it's CeeDee Lamb. Period. It's not going to happen. So that's it. That's it with that. McKinney over Delpit E2? Yes, definitely. McKinney has more versatility. He's more versatile than Delpit. Delpit had injury history, and because of that, like his tackling wasn't well. You know what I mean? Like I need a guy that's a little bit more of a dog. I need a guy that's a little bit more versatile. And like what Mike Nolan and company are looking for, they're looking for those press type of guys. So I think that it will behoove them to pick McKinney over Grant Delpit. Ruggs is not going to be there at 17. You said say that 3 times, E2. I'm trying to tell you, man, people ain't listening, man. People don't listen. Everybody's been talking about Delpit for the longest time, but again, I'm telling you right now, McKinney is a better player. And I'm not taking nothing away from Delpit. I think that he's a good player as well, but I would rather McKinney than him. Yeah, I'm still gonna be in the DMV area. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still gonna be in the area. Clayson might be gone though. Somebody might pick him before us. But again, we don't know what's going to happen. That's why it's called a mock draft, because it's a mock. It ain't real. We don't know. Now, last year when I did my mock draft, I got 2 guys right. The first time I did a mock draft was, I think, the year before that. Like the first time I had my channel. So probably only a few of you that's in here, maybe Dave Moore, Tamira. I know you guys been following me from day one. So you guys probably see my first ever mock draft. I mean, that shit was terrible. Like, I didn't get nobody right. I wasn't even close. The better and better I got at the mock drafts, though, I paid attention more and I learned how it works, per se. So I started paying attention to not just the Cowboys, but I also paid attention to what other teams were doing in the draft and what their needs were. And I kind of just used football common sense and was like, okay, well, if this team needs this, they're more than likely going to get this and not get that. So, a team is never going to go into a draft telling you what they're going to get. And if they do tell you that's what they're going to get, that's what they're not going to get, because it's a smokescreen. Come on now. You guys are smarter than that. Y'all know that. You said I selected your favorite 3 draft picks, McKinney, Hall, and Muse. There you go. If they get McKinney, Hall, Hill, and Muse, that's a pretty good draft right there. I like Muse because, and again, he'd be a steal in the 5th round because, again, this guy's he's a core special teamer and he can play safety and linebacker. I like McKinney because he's the best safety in the draft, in my opinion. Some people like Delpit over him, but I like McKinney better. He's a hybrid safety as well. He can play both safety, both strong and free. I like it. So that's what we are. And both of those guys are ball hawks. They're definitely ball hawks. Try not to hope for a safety to remember last year. So this is the thing, Cajun Cowboy, and I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. Last year is last year. This year is different. There is no Jason Garrett and company. There's no Jason Garrett. There's no Rob Marinelli. This is a whole new coaching staff. So the philosophy is different. The thinking is different. What they want is different. Everything is different. So them not signing a safety last year burned them in the ass. Because let me tell you something. Both Juan Thornhill and Taylor Rapp was there for the freaking taking last year. They were there. Now, granted, I'm not taking nothing away from what we got. But what I'm saying is they were there. And they both had a good season. They both had an interception last year as rookies. So, and I think the Cowboys learned from that. This front office, that is, as far as the Joneses go. So, I'm looking at this situation that hopefully they learn from that. And, you went and got Tristan Hill, but you didn't use Tristan Hill. You didn't do a damn thing with him. So for the most part, look at it like this. We don't know what they're going to do with Tristan Hill. Now, he'd probably be better with Jim Tom Sula working with him. Who knows? The look back from the ball, see, that was the thing that the old coaching staff, the defensive staff was teaching them. Now, I'm pretty positive that with this new regime coming in, they're going to tell the guys, hey, turn your ass around, look for the ball, play the ball. Because once that ball is in the air, it's anybody's play, baby. I agree. Tristan Hill just needed to play. But then they got rid. They wasted Taco Charlton because he went to the Dolphins, and he's really not that bad. He's not that bad with the Dolphins. So who's to say that it was just because of the staff that we didn't know how to use these players? You know, everybody faulted. You know, everybody talked about Jeff Heath. Jeff Heath wasn't that bad. Now, granted, he's not the greatest safety, but he was good for the Dallas Cowboys. He did what he needed to do. So that's pretty much what it is. Steven Marcus, what's going on? What's my opinion on corner? Are you okay with Awuzie, Brown, and Lewis? I am okay with them, but again, you are going to lose those guys next offseason, except for Brown because he just got re-signed. So you're gonna have to either re-sign them during, Tamir, because that's disgusting. Master, you said, do I think that Mike will have more say? He already has more say so. He already had more say so. You look at Vadante Charlton, that's what it is. I'm telling you, like, yeah, Marinelli's scheme was definitely dated. Good luck in Vegas. How about that? The Las Vegas Cowboys, I know, right? The Las Vegas Cowboys and the New York Cowboys. We need to get rid of Woozie. He's not good for it. I think they'll be better with this. Give them a chance with this new defense. Again, we talked about how, because you notice that what you call it, what's his name? I forgot the motherfucking name over. What's his name? Chris Richard. Chris Richard ain't get hired by nobody yet. He's still not working. So what does that tell you? Ron Marinelli only got a job because him and Gruden worked together when they were with the Buccaneers. When they won the Super Bowl down there. But again, that was back in the day when the Tampa 2 was the ish. It's outdated now. You said if Cowboys pick McKinney at 17, Woods going to the bench? Yeah. Well, no, because then I think that well, it depends on what you're going to do with HaHa. Is HaHa going to start? Or is he going to be a backup? Does he get to start because he has veteran presence? We don't know. That I don't know. If Randy Gregory actually gets signed back to the team, because they haven't talked about him he's not on the team right now. So I can't gauge, I can't count on a player that's not on this squad right now. Because if you notice, I never mentioned him. Yeah, Joe Judge. Yeah, it's gonna be a clown show up there in New York. Oh, I know who Chase Claypool is. But again, that's why I like McKinney, because he could play both. You can move him around. Now, we don't know what the situation is going to be with HaHa. Did you guys know that HaHa Clinton Dix, his real name is Hashawn? Did y'all know that? Because nobody names their kid HaHa. It's Hashawn. That's his real name. That's his birth name. Hashawn. I'm gonna start calling him Hashawn. Hashawn, come here, Hashawn. Haha was brought in to start. That's a McCarthy guy. Yeah, he definitely is a McCarthy guy. We know that because he played with him. But again, we don't know. You said he always preaching Russian cover. Yeah. Yeah, they always see like they always be like Haseen. No, it's Hashan. Hashan. They don't know how to they don't know how to say urban names, right? They you know how they are with that. They be like, that's a very ethnic name. I don't think I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Do you have a nickname that you go by? They try to get you with the is there a nickname that you go by? Y'all know I'm a damn fool. Y'all know I am. You know I am, bro. Uh, you mean McGovern? Connor McGovern? I like Joe Looney. I think Joe Looney did a pretty good job when he took over that starting spot. So let's go with that. Yeah, the Tampa 2 did suck. It did. Um, oh, West Virginia. I'm sorry, I forgot your. So you were talking about Leighton Vander. So we know that he has that neck injury. So we really don't know how that's going to work out. We just hope and pray that he plays. So you said McGovern is a dog, yeah. It's going to be a competition between him and Joe Looney, but Joe Looney got the upper hand because he's done it before. You say you're going to get compensatory picks for Quinn Jones and Cobb, yeah, and that all depends on how well they play next year too. Clinton Dix' full name is Hashawn Trayshawn Clinton Dix. Yeah, it is. That is his real name. That is his. But look, imagine trying to say that 5 times fast. Hashawn, Trayshawn, Clinton Dix. Hashawn, Trayshawn. It's too many Shawns. It's too many Shawns in your name. Too many Shawns. Anyway, I got time to say all that. Just say, ha 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 ha. If McGovern is going to be the talent we hope, he will beat out Joe. Yeah, I mean, hey, by all means, if Connor McGovern comes in there and they battle it out in training camp and he unseats Joe Looney, then okay. But then that means you still got a good backup in Joe Looney just in case something happens. Now, what you want to happen and what you don't want to happen with your offensive line, you want to make sure that everybody is gelling together because an offensive line isn't just about talent. It's also about how all of those guys work together. Because if they're not working together properly, then they're going to suck. They're not going to be able to block anything. Somebody's going to miss an assignment, and there's your quarterback sacked in the backfield. So you want to make sure that these guys mesh together as well. Um, you said Nolan has a track record working with linebackers, best linebacker core in the league. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Now, I think Leighton's going to be fine. We got this off season, this Corona, COVID-19. Sorry, because I'm not supposed to say that. But yeah, so because of this situation that we're dealing with, I think that these players got time to get. They can't work out. With each other like they're not supposed to anyway. But hopefully these guys got home gyms. They got their ways of getting their workouts in and things of that nature. Jack Duncan, you probably weren't in the chat when I talked about it in the beginning of the chat, but I do not want AJ Epinesa. You need a guy like at that position on defensive line. You need somebody that's quick off the ball. He's not at all. I looked at his tape. I'm not a fan of AJ Epinesa. He probably won't even. He'll probably go real high if he even goes in the first round at this point. His draft stock's going to drop a little bit. But again, I'm all for if CJ Henderson is already picked before us, it's Xavier McKinney for me. That's my final damn answer. Tony Pollard. Yeah, Tony Pollard looked good. Tony Pollard is gonna do a lot of great things in this offense because I was saying the same thing on Big Game James channel. I was literally talking about um, what the hell? Oh, I was talking about how Mike McCarthy is going to salivate over the fact that he's got two really good running backs. He didn't have really good running backs like that in Green Bay. So with these guys here, with these guys, you said Epinosa. I like that. That's hilarious. No, Epinosa. You guys are hilarious. Y'all think I'm funny. Y'all are funny as hell. But no, Tony Pollard's doing good, man. He's out there running his thing. It's so many ways that Mike McCarthy can use him. We're gonna finally see some action with the fullback because come on, Mike McCarthy is gonna show Jason Garrett how to use a damn fullback. And you know what's funny about the fullback position? You know, Jason Garrett's like his whole playbook and everything that he's predicated on his coaching. His offenses are predicated on having a fullback, right? But you don't use your fullback. So how does that work? So I just felt like we just been I feel like we were locked up in jail with Jason Garrett. Like this team has been held back for so many years because of Jason Garrett and his offense and the defense, the trash defenses we had from Rob Ryan and him trying to do exotic stuff with our defense and confusing the guys, and they couldn't go out there and just play, and they didn't keep it simple. And then Marinelli worked in the beginning. I liked what he was trying to do, but then you bring in Chris Richard, and not to say anything negative about Chris. I like Chris Richard, but him and Marinelli did not work together. It's like nails and tires. You can't put that together. You're gonna blow up. Gross Matos? No. Gross Matos is he's probably going at the end of the round. Mr. Gross Matos. Did you see Tony Pollard's drill? Yeah, I just spoke on it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I was saying that too, Vinton Cowboy. He definitely had John Kuhn. And John Kuhn, if you go back and look at old tape, like I like to do that. I like to go back and look at old tape of Green Bay and stuff with Mike McCarthy, but yeah. I don't look like no damn music soul child. You got lazy eye. I ain't got no lazy eye. Side note though, I did meet Music Soul Child randomly one day. This was like I want to say like 5 years ago. He was I was at the Denny's out here in Maryland. I was at a Denny's. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Me and my friend, we just came from like a roller skating party. And I'll never forget that. We came from roller skating and we was hungry as hell. We was like, man, let's go get some Denny's, man. So we went to the Denny's. And I'm sitting up in there and I see Music Soul Child walk in there. And I'm like, I know Sandman knows. Isn't Music Soul Child from Philly though? But anyway, I guess he was here. I don't know if he had a show or something, but he had his little entourage with him. And they had like his little logo and he had like some bad chicks with him. They was bad. He had some girls with him. He had his little entourage, and they all had sweaters with Music Soul Child's face and his little logo on it. And I was like, you know what? That's why when I started DJing, I was like, yeah, I got to make a logo. So now that I have a logo, when I get my T-shirts and my stuff made, I'm definitely out. You guys can be my entourage. You said Jameis Ola who? Well, it'll be it. Look, it ain't gonna be Ola who once McCarthy gets to this offense. I'm telling you, with that West Coast offense that we're moving to, things are gonna be much better. This offense is gonna be so much different. You're gonna go out there and be like, well, damn, they're doing some things out there. You said Soul Child, where are they now version? I know, right? 49ers won the NFC with great D-line play. Yeah. That D-line play will get you. And if you got a good defensive line, it helps your deficiencies in the back end. It really does. McCarthy and Moore will open up the playbook. Yes. It'll be great for Dak Prescott. And hopefully people can stop saying how trash they think he is. it just sucks. I don't want to hear no more about it. And so you think we use Connor Williams as a natural position tackle back? Yeah, more than likely. And I think that what's going to happen in this one is pretty much going to be an open competition outside of Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, of course. Of course, Lyle Collins. All those guys will have their positions, but it's going to be a battle for those interior spots. 28 points a game. Now, let me tell you something. So you look at all those games that we won, it was either by a touchdown or less. So another touchdown, we would have easily been 11-5. You got to go outside? You got to go outside? Go outside? Or you just chill? I don't know what that means. So, yeah, he's from Philly? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought he was. So like when I see celebrities, I don't get like oh my God, like I don't turn into a fanboy because when I used to work for BET or whatever, when I used to be a field reporter, I used to like interview a lot of celebrities and stuff. So I kind of just got over it at some point. But when I saw him though, I didn't want to bother him while he was eating and stuff because it looked like he was trying to be low key because he had his hoodie on and he had his glasses on, but nobody even recognized him because he was. I mean, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning at the damn Denny's. Who's in there? Now the waitress didn't even know who he was because sometimes when you see these celebrities, like they look one way on TV, but then when you see them in real life, you're like, is that who I think it is? But then because I had people, and you guys, and people always say I look like Mike Tomlin, right? So when I cut my locks off, right, the first week I cut my locks off, I was in the Wawa. And this old black dude, old dude, he funny as hell. He walked up to me. He walked up to me like he was like beelining to me, like running to me. And then when he got up close, he realized I wasn't Mike Tomlin. But he said to me, he was like, yo, he said, man, I thought you was Mike Tomlin, man. I was about to get your autograph. I was like, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not Mike Tomlin. I'm sorry. I mean, Mike Tomlin has a home here in this area. So it wasn't, and that was in the off season. So it wasn't a surprise for Mike Tomlin to just be in this area. Coco, you said I do look like him? Yeah, a lot of people say I look like Mike Tomlin. I remember on my old Instagram, before my current Instagram, people used to like one of my homies had a picture of Mike Tomlin, had a picture of me and put it side by side, and he was like, is that his son? I said, look, man. You said you saw Charles Haley. You got to be careful with Charles Haley. That boy knock you the hell out. You got to watch what you say to Charles Haley. So some of them guys, I'd be afraid to see. I'm like, ooh, don't hit me. Now, Lincoln Coleman, former Dallas Cowboy running back, when we do a lot of the Dallas Cowboy things, he's always there. So, I met him. He's really cool. A shout out to Lincoln Coleman. I think he follows my channel now too. So he agreed to do an interview with me on my channel, but I was going to do it in Texas. I mean, I was going to do it when he came here for the Redskin Cowboy game when I DJ'd, but I didn't get a chance to interview him because he had to roll out. But he told me next time he sees me, he'll hop on my channel. So look out for that. That'll be sometime next season. So yeah. Jason Witten wanted that record. Yeah. Big Game James was talking about that last night when we was live streaming. He basically and Jason Garrett wanted him to get that. They was forcing the ball to him. So I'm kind of glad. I like Jason Witten, but I'm glad he's not here no more because I want these younger guys to get the opportunity to do their thing. You know what I mean? I want Blake Jarwin to come in there and do his thing. Because remember, when he scored those 3 touchdowns on the Giants, that was all about confidence. Because if you play a player, you don't know how good they are until you play them. Jason Garrett did not trust. He always talk about trust the process. Well, you're not abiding by your own saying. If you're going to trust the process, you trust the damn players that you drafted. You trust the players that you pick. And if they're on your 53-man roster, you put them in the damn game. You don't have these guys sitting on the bench week in and week out talking about some damn process. Forget some process. Because you're not abiding by your process. Tristan Hill, they ain't give him a chance to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we don't know. We sit here as fans, we be like, oh, this player sucks. We really don't know if that player sucks. We don't know if they suck or not. You know why we don't know if they suck? because of the simple fact because they didn't have the opportunity to do anything. So I'm not going to sit here and write off a player before I got a chance. I believe that Rico Gathers actually could have been something if they would have gave him more opportunities, if they would have trusted him more, if they would have taught him more. Because again, you pick a guy to be your project, and then they try to criticize him that he wasn't catching it fast enough. Well, goddamn, if you don't play football since middle school, how you expect you to just jump into the pros and just all of a sudden know what you're doing right away? It takes time. So if you choose a project player, you have to sit there and be patient with it. You have to work with it. That's terrible coaching. Stop bringing in a project player if you don't know what to do with them. Now, I believe this new staff knows what to do with guys. Talk about player development. I think they got it. So I just look at it like this. You said you met DeMarcus Ware and got a picture in Vegas. Yeah, he's really cool. I haven't really met many players before. I haven't. I would like to though. They say Music Soul Child wears sunglasses because he had an eye accident when he was younger. Yeah, his eye is kind of off. So when he was in the Denny's, when I saw him though, he did take off his glasses or whatever. I did see the eye or whatever. But it is what it is. You get into it, shit happens. I got I don't know if you guys can notice. You can only see it when I smile. And don't laugh when I tell you guys this, because I know some jerk in the chat gonna laugh. But if you laugh, it's okay, because I laugh at it now too. But I wasn't laughing when it happened. When I was in middle school, I was riding my bike. No. Was it middle school? No. I was still living in Indiana. I got ran over by a bike, and this guy was riding his bike, and he ran over my face on his bicycle. And I was young. It was blood everywhere all over the concrete. But I thought I had to get stitches in my mouth. I still have a bump right on the inside of my mouth right here. So when I do my lip a certain way, you can see the bump. But if I'm just looking regular, you can't see it though. But when I was a kid, that thing was all over my face. It was so embarrassing though. And things happen. You have accidents in life and stuff happens to you. You know what I mean? That's why I don't make fun of people, because anything can happen to anybody at any point in time. Because I believe in karma, and karma is a B. So Tristan and Taco aren't getting the reps to make the impact. Exactly. I didn't think Taco was that bad. They didn't give, and he didn't have confidence in himself after a while. When you're inactive week in and week out, or you're just sitting on the bench, you kind of feel sorry for yourself. You kind of feel bad. Your confidence goes down, because if you those of you that play football and those of you that don't, just imagine yourself being an athlete. If you're on a football team or a basketball team or a baseball team, and you're there and you're just sitting on the bench, the coach is not letting you in the game for nothing. Wouldn't your confidence be lowered? Wouldn't you feel some type of way damn, I must not be good enough. I can never play. So think of it like that. So yeah. So that's the saying. I said Nick Blue said, yeah, wide receiver, tight end, definitely two different positions. Dez Bryant cannot play tight end. I don't know who started that conversation, because I heard somebody talking about that on something else, and I'm just like, come on, man. Yeah, and Amari Cooper has a great release. If you actually watch Amari Cooper's tape, he literally tore somebody's Achilles tendon. Just he playing basketball. He crosses them up literally. So I don't him saying that stuff about Amari Cooper is dumb. And that's the thing, when you're limited, man, you can't show what you can do. And I'm glad that they finally had the balls, the cojones, to literally say, all right, Blake Jarwin, this is your job to lose, right? We're going to play you and we're going to pay you like a number one tight end. And I think that Blake Jarwin is going to stand up to the challenge. I believe that he can do it. I'm good. Jack Duncan, I would agree with you. But remember, your fourth wide receiver has to be a special teamer. That's the caveat. That is the caveat. And Dez ain't playing no special teams. So that's the only reason why Dez would not make a good fourth receiver. Your third is a slot. Your fourth is a special teamer. That's just pretty much how it works. Yeah, Devin Smith played pretty well in the little time that he got. Cedric Wilson got injured again. I wanted to see what he can do. Oh, yeah. We know that Cooper is definitely unguardable. I mean, like, there's only a couple of, like, Stephon Gilmore. He's one of the few corners that can even keep up with him. Ronald Darby was the cornerback that Coop made tear his ACL. Dang. Ronald Darby is like a iffy player anyway. Like, Ronald Darby ain't all that good. But again, when you know you're a good wide receiver, when cornerbacks of other teams give you your props, because, you know, they ain't trying to give nobody no props. So, yeah. But I'm going to end this chat soon because, you know, I've been on for an hour and 30 minutes and it's getting late. So that's my draft. Those of you guys that came in late that missed my draft, one more time, I'll go over one more time. So number one, safety Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. Second round, defensive end Julian Okwara, Notre Dame. Round three, cornerback Bryce Hall out of Virginia. Number four, wide receiver KJ Hill from Ohio State. That is if he's there. I really like KJ Hill. I would love to get him. In the fifth round, defensive lineman Khalil Davis out of Nebraska. Our comp pick fifth round, linebacker, safety Tanner Muse out of Clemson, which gives you good special teams value. That's what I was talking about. And then for the seventh round, offensive lineman Justin Herron out of Wake Forest. So that's my seventh round mock draft, guys. Let me know what you guys think about that. I know somebody said that I picked three of the guys that they like, so at least I know I'm on point on some of it. Like I said, it's just a mock draft. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's just all fun. I know some YouTubers choose not to do it. That's fine. I didn't do them at first either, but I decided to do something. It's for you guys. It's for you because I ain't doing it for myself. I can really care. I'd rather just me personally. I'd rather just wait till the draft and just talk about it when it happens. But it is what it is. Yeah, Chase Claypool was pretty good, but I like KJ Hill. I think that KJ Hill would be perfect, a slot guy for this team. You said you weighed 1 pound and 5 ounces at 6 months? Wow. Are you serious? Premature. I have a twin brother. We're supposed to be born in August. Hey, man. Hey, but you're here, man. God had a plan for you, David Jenkins. God had a plan for you, and you are here. Thank God that you're here on this earth, and you're doing your thing. That's all that matters right now. We go check Lieutenant highlights the guy from Fresno. Pancaker, yeah, we like pancakers. We want them pancakers out on this team. We do. We want them. So yeah. So any last comments, concerns before I end the chat, guys? I appreciate you guys coming in here tonight. You know, I know everybody was on live tonight, so you guys got a lot of coverage from Cowboy YouTubers today because everybody's at home. So Novacek was better. Of course he was. But yeah, so God bless. Good night, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. I'll probably do a video tomorrow or sometime and definitely this week. So in the meantime, in between time, guys, it's your boy E2 Blue. Always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon.